Happy Friday! Thank you everyone that came by for our Black Friday event. The morning and the afternoon, the whole day was absolutely spectacular. I would say by far it was my favorite day of the whole year just because we saw so many of you coming by and it was nice to kind of share the beginning of the gift giving season with you. So thank you so much for everyone that came by at one point or another today to share the holiday with us. You guys make it so special, and I really do feel like you are part of our Wild Birds Unlimited family, so yay, happy family time, and yay to that. So thank you so much for joining us this today for Black Friday. It was a really great day. Anyway, we have a lot of stuff on our plate today, but I'm going to make it nice and short and sweet so you guys can relax and enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend with family and friends. We have a couple things. First off, I want to talk about some events that are coming up on next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, the 7th, we have an in-store presentation on the wonderful world of woodpeckers. So if you're looking for tips and tricks on how to attract these beautiful, absolutely phenomenal birds to your backyard, you got to come in and listen for that. Also, alternatively, if you're one of those people that unfortunately is suffering from some woodpecker issues, such as house damage and things like that, a pesky woodpecker can bring up some problems, and we will have some solutions for those too. So whether you're trying to attract them or trying to prevent them from damaging your house, this presentation is for everyone. So whether you're beginning level or a very experienced birder, this is going to be a great program for you. So that's on the 7th. On the 9th is our December bird outing. So if you would like to join us at Rock Run Preserve at 9:30 a.m. on a Monday, you guys can come and join us. The path is pretty much paved the whole way. So if you do have a wheelchair or need to go at a slower pace, this walk is also perfect for you because it's going to be in a perfect, small, local, easy path, but it's a wonderful area to see a wide variety of birds. I've seen everything from hummingbirds, well, obviously in the spring or summer, orioles in the spring and summer at this location. I've also in the winter have seen a lot of woodpeckers, including the northern flickers. They are quite frequently seen over there. We'll likely also see some brown creek birds, juncos, and wintering sparrows. So we'll be on the lookout for quite a lot for December. Then Saturday of the 14th is our holiday magic. So if you would like to join us for some holiday cheer in store, we're going to have a whole day of celebration by offering warm drinks and treats. And of course, the big guy will be here, Santa, for pictures, a free photo opportunity. You can come take pictures, whether it's with your family or with some fur babies. You can bring them in and enjoy that with Santa here at the store. Of course, no cost. It's just you come and enjoy the holiday cheer at Wild Birds Unlimited. All right, but we have some other things going on during the month, but I'm not going to bore you with all that. It should be all on our website. If you want the full, complete list of all of our events, you can check them out there. But I want to talk about, before I get into some of the things that I want to talk about today, we are doing a giveaway tonight. So if you would like to win a Wild Birds Unlimited Facebook Live giveaway, all you have to do is in the comments write Suet Season. So Suet Season in the comments, and be sure that you like and share this Facebook Live, and it'll enter you in to win the giveaway. I will pull the winner on Monday, December 2nd, so you have the weekend to watch the live, make your comment, and you'll be entered in to win. We do this, put your name in a wheel, and we spin the wheel and see who wins, and that's how that works. If you don't live close by the store to come pick up your gift in person, we can put it in an online order that you place online. So we'll include it in there. Oh, hey, Chris. Great to see you. Happy holidays, and I hope you had a wonderful Friday. Today, if you haven't guessed, we're talking all about suet. Why is it suet season? why is it a great thing to offer suet in the winter? Well, I have 3 reasons why offering suet in the winter is probably the most important time to offer suet. But suet all year round is awesome. You might have to change it from a regular beef tallow blend, where with the rendered beef tallow is the main base, to a no melt suet in the spring and summer when we get into our hot months. The no melts are not going to create that mess. It won't spoil, it won't go bad on you in the spring and summer. So you can still offer suet in the spring and summer by offering no melt. But in the winter, why do we want to offer suet in the winter? Well, 3 things. The seasonal need is number 1. So think about what birds are enduring right now, right? Cold, long, dark nights. Okay, birds will use up to 75% of their fat reserves just staying alive overnight. So in Chicagoland, we have quite a long periods of darkness. We can have up to like over 14 hours of darkness in our winters, which means that birds, because they are waiting for the daylight to forage for food out in the natural world, that is a long time where they have to just sustain and stay alive and endure the cold and the dark. So the challenge every day for birds is to find enough food, not only to sustain the day, but also to build those reserves for the evening. Okay, and it just repeats over and over and over again every day for the birds. So when you are putting out your food and deciding what you're going to offer on your dinner table, consider suet, because suet is that high fat, high calorie, high energy food that birds need, right? Also think about what's available or what isn't available out in the natural world right now. Insects are dying out and or going dormant. So the natural insect population for many of our woodpeckers, chickadees, nuthatches are depleting. Same with seed and nuts, right? Those kind of things can get covered easily and often in our winters by snow. So every day is a challenge for birds just to find food enough to sustain them for the day and the next night, okay? We talked about suet being energy, right? I always say suet equals energy because that's totally it. Our suets are packed with the things that the birds are going to need to sustain them. You're not going to find any fillers. You're not going to find oats and seed and things like that. In our Wild Birds Unlimited seed, you are going to find the highest content of fat and protein on the market in your suet. Okay, whether it's in our super suet, which is truthfully the highest fat and energy content on the market for suet, but even our other blends, PB&J, Naturally Nuts, all of these guys are going to have the highest fat content also. They're not filled with extra fillers and grains and things that are just added weight to your suet, but don't actually do anything sustainable for your birds. It's going to be empty calories. Think about it as if you were eating cookies and ice cream and pizza. Well, maybe pizza. Pizza's a little bit filling, but think about if you were eating that every day for the winter versus a well-rounded diet where you have your veggies, your meats, all the things that you need in your food group table. That's what this is offering to them versus the candy and the junk food that really will only sustain us for a short while. It's not going to sustain us overnight. It won't sustain us in the long haul. We want to give the birds a nutrition that's going to energize them and provide them with the nutrition they need this time of year. Okay? Why else offer suet? Well, bottom line, it's easy. Okay? Whether it's a suet cake like this or a suet cylinder like this, it's easy. There's a lot of feeders that you could put the stuff in. Suet cakes in suet cages. My one favorite feeder for suet cakes is our tail prop feeder. Why the tail prop feeder, you may ask? Well, it's because all of our feeders should be mimicking how the birds are eating out in the natural world, right? We want to make a close comparison. not only because they feel more comfortable and they'll use it more often, but 2, it supports how they are eating in the natural world. So for example, this tail prop feeder, it works wonderful to help support our larger woodpeckers that have that big, longer tail. So when they are up against your feeder, they have some area to rest their tail and the bottom half of their body on, making it more comfortable. They're not hanging and unsuspended with nothing, holding them, propping them up. This feeder will support them, make them feel more comfortable. And as a result, you get longer views and they enjoy the feeder just as much as you will. So top favorite for me is the tail woodpecker feeder. It's absolutely a must-have for anyone that loves woodpeckers or anyone that's trying to offer suet. Here's a tip from me, okay? If you have the issue when you take out your suet cake and you put it in here without anything in it, and the birds notoriously will go to the side where you can't see them. Here's a tip. Keep your suet in this plastic container. Okay, so when you take it home and you're about to put it out, just peel back this layer and keep the suet in the plastic. Then put this in your feeder, okay? So with it in that cage, in that plastic, they're only going to be able to eat out of one side, forcing them to eat out of the side that's hopefully facing you, so you get better views, all right? That's a tip from me, okay? The other way you could offer suet is in cylinders. Now, cylinders are about 3 times the amount of suet than in your cake, right? You're getting a lot more suet for the price. So if you're going through suet cakes like they're going out of style, you might want to start upgrading to a suet cylinder. Now, there are a lot of feeders that we have that can hold these, including if you have seed cylinders, you could use this suet cylinder with those feeders. But my top favorite suet cylinder feeder is this log suet cylinder feeder. Again, it mimics how the birds will naturally eat. So it looks like a log or a piece of tree that's out in nature. There are all these little holes in here. The food does not go all the way to the bottom, so there is it stops at about, I would say here, so the suet will all get eaten. Cool thing about this feeder is that sometimes if you have blackbirds that aren't great at clinging but love to devour suet, that easy, high energy food, and we want to slow them down, this feeder works really great because our blackbirds are really not designed to cling. They're not great clingers. Now maybe 1 or 2 may be able to figure it out, but this feeder is going to tremendously slow them down. They're not going to be able to get a good grip like they would on other feeders. So this one can slow them down while also providing good suet for all your other suet eating birds that you do want to attract. So I do love this feeder. Cool thing I like about it too is with all these grooves on here mimicking trees like out in nature, I like to put bark butter on here, like the spreadable bark butter. Not only is it a top favorite for your birds, like over 160 species enjoys it, but man, the birds just can't get enough of it. You just spread it on there. One, if it's a new feeder, it might help them find the feeder since most birds find their food by sight, and it's being hidden in here, so it might be a little tricky. But if you spread some bark butter on here, it's unresistible for them. They can't handle it. They'll have to find it there, and they will go to town on it, and yes, they will eat every little bit of it. So absolutely a fun favorite there. All right, before I get to some of my last things, just a reminder, if you would like to enter into our giveaway for Facebook for this week, all you have to do is comment suet season in the comments and like and share this post, and you'll be entered in to win our giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, I have this basket, beautiful basket right here. This basket is for our Small Business Saturday week. event that we're having in the store. This basket is a Save the Songbirds basket. So it has a lot of elements that are going to help you save with our mission of helping to save the songbirds. So there's window decals in there to protect your birds from, a window collision. There's bird-friendly coffee, which we know helps support their wintering habitats where coffee is grown. There's some suet in there. There's a winter super blend cylinder and the loose seed in here. There is a coffee mug. There's some cardinal stuff. There's some eco-friendly towels and all sorts of good stuff. This basket is worth over $170. It also includes a subscription to Andrew from Good Steward Ecoscapes, his native plant landscaping article series. You have a subscription if you win this basket. So to enter into this raffle, all you have to do is come in the store. It's $5 a ticket, cash. All of the proceeds for this basket are going to our awesome partner, the Nature Foundation of Will County. We have partnered with them for quite a few things this year, and I think that they really share the mission that we do about bringing people and nature together. So for this year, we're supporting the Nature Foundation with our Small Business Saturday basket. If you would like to participate, just come on in store. You can make donations online. Okay, if you go to their website, it's listed on our website. It also was mentioned in the email, I think this morning it went out, this morning, and it has a link right in that email. If you go to their website and donate, all you just do is show us the confirmation email of the donation, and we'll get you your tickets put in here. So if you are from farther away, you could also donate online, give us a call, or send us an email and with the confirmation, and you're good, and we'll put in your tickets for you so you can be entered in here too. We want everyone to participate, and you guys have totally made this year possible with all the things that we were able to help and do. I truly feel like every single one of you helped us complete our mission and work on that mission of not only saving the songbirds, but bringing people and nature together. So thank you everyone for supporting our small business. You truly make our community a better place. So thank you all. All right. Now, did that. Our last bit here is because for the past couple weekends we've been doing an online deals for the 8 weekends of Christmas. And tonight is our fifth night of weekend. So without further ado, if you would like to save 20% off of all your suet cakes and suet cylinders, you can order them online. No promo code needed. You just put the items in your cart and they'll automatically come off at 20% off. Again, this is only online, so you have to go to mywbu.com/Joliet, and that's where you'll get the discount. Yes, you can place an online order for store pickup if you would like to pick it up in the store. No cost for that. If you would like us to deliver to you, it's a $75 minimum and you get free shipping. So if you spend $75 or more, you can get free shipping on your purchase. But many of you like to shop online, get the deals, but then come in store, pick it up, save some money that way. Whatever you'd like, you guys can take advantage of it. This is suet season, everyone. The cold has come. The birds will need the energy. And you guys, I know, will take good care of them. So we want to treat you to something to treat your birds with. All right? You guys have a fantastic weekend. We hope you see you tomorrow for Small Business Saturday. If you would like to put in for the raffle for our Small Business Saturday Save the Songbirds raffle basket, you can purchase tickets or enter for tickets through December 1st. That's Sunday. Okay, remember, we close at 4 on Sunday, so be sure you come in before then. All right? All right, we hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next Friday. Happy gift giving season, and thank you guys so much for making today so wonderful. You make every day wonderful. So you have a happy holiday season, and we'll be here for whatever you need, whether it's your birding essentials or a gift for someone that you are looking to get a gift for. We are here for you. So, use us to your advantage. All right, have a great one. See you next time. Bye now.